Okay, so this is essentially what I would call my version of a 1000 stat man, because the game is kind of weird. This is the theoretical max level you can get your character. Um, as far as I've been able to using console commands, and yeah, I don't know why chooses these levels. Like I see certain combat stats get certain levels at max, and others get certain others. Like you can see they have a lot of levels in common, like 735, 735. Like it's kind of strange. Like they get stuck on similar levels for certain stats. Like all four of these, I don't think that's coincidence, but so this is the theoretical max level in the game. Obviously I used console commands, not very easy getting these stats, and yeah, I'm just gonna go through these stats for you guys if you want to make this character yourself. So you can just pause the video and put in the skills I did. Um, yeah, this is a very versatile build. Like if you want to build a super overpowered kingdom and have like massive armies, you can. If you just want to have like a solo character that's extremely powerful, then yeah, that also works. Uh, I've noticed like cavalry is very broken on this character, especially if you can get loose formations of enemies and just use the ram into the formations and do a lot of damage. Like I'll show you now. I did a test run just before starting the video. I took this settlement just with the character alone. I just healed him up now, so I'm gonna try and do the same again. Obviously it was very difficult despite having such a powerful character. There's a 1500 army. I think this is the ideal for demonstrating
Stop there, stranger. I bid you peace.
how strong this character is. I don't think I'm gonna win this one. My last battle was against, I think, 700 people, so it's gonna be pretty difficult. But yeah, this is gonna just test it to the max. And all the battles you're gonna fight are probably gonna end up out in the open like this. Obviously because the character is on his own, and so if you're like try and siege a settlement, what's gonna end up happening is they're gonna sally out and try and hit you out in the open field. The biggest struggle for this character is versing cavalry, because you're gonna have to kill everyone individually. And then the second most powerful threat for you is ranged units. So I guess these crusade archers, or horse archers, are probably gonna be the biggest difficulty you're gonna run into with this character. Because it's a combination of people who can actually hurt your character, you can't get away from him as easily, and cavalry that you're gonna have to target individually to take out. So this entire army, it appears, it's just cavalry, which is gonna probably be the most difficult for this character to deal with. I think what I'm gonna attempt is just to tire out their ammunition a bit. Eventually they're gonna run out of arrows and spears and stuff, and then they're gonna have to verse me up close. Take advantage of this heal and stuff. Spare the durability on my shield. I got some epic items on me as well. I forgot to show you the stuff I had equipped. It's a lot of cavalry. But let me demonstrate how potent this ram ability is. Like if you just run into someone, obviously it's gonna kill them because of how high the stats are. Compact infantry formations is obviously gonna break your momentum. Running into cavalry is also gonna break your momentum. So that's some things you have to look out for. Yeah, these archers, they love having loose spreading. So if you can get around all the other guys, archers are very easy to kill once you just ram through them. But yeah, this army that I'm versing now is like I'm outnumbered literally 1,500 to 1. And it's literally the optimized build for countering this character. Just how much he has endured as far as a testament to how strong this character really is. I see there's a mix of infantry in here. Kinda looks like it. Definitely hard to get in there, all this cavalry. This two-handed axe I've got has a lot of good range. Optimizing this build, obviously range on your melee attack is gonna optimize your chances of hitting targets. Like, it's not about like your ability to do damage, because how broken this character is. Damage is like you're effectively a glass cannon, but if you can manage to get a hit, regardless of the weapon, you're gonna do a lot of damage. So the focus is just hitting people. Looks like this cavalry doesn't have a lot of ammunition, so I'm just gonna move in here, try and thin out the herd a bit. We're obviously gonna block, like, if you're going into a horde of people, we're gonna be blocking a ton. Luckily, how strong this character is, it doesn't take a lot of hits, and then you're gonna start breaking shields. And I mean, if nothing else, going after the horses just to immobilize the cavalry a bit, it's also going to be a massive benefit to the battle. See, just here I broke a shield. This character's horse skill is so high that you can turn on a dime, so sometimes it's overturns or oversteer and stuff while you're trying to maneuver. It could be a bit of a, I would say, struggle, but I mean, for everything else, how strong this character is, it's not as bad. You can see they're starting to run out of spears and arrows to shoot me with. Yeah, this is like all vanilla, like base game on the War Sales patch, or not patch, like version, so. I'm guessing you can get stronger characters using mods and stuff as well. Kinda got pinned in here, can't get out. Best strat is just to swing wild, try and get someone who's not blocking. Just keep going in a direction. In this game, getting pinned down is kind of a death sentence. Fortunately, this build allows for a little bit of leeway of getting out of it. have a game on the highest setting, so the most units spawn in a battle as possible. So obviously it's going to be more beneficial having less spawn in on the battlefield at a time, because then they can't bundle up like this. Oh, but this is a good... That was a good run I had there. I could get into the infantry. Again, like I said, it's very hard dealing with cavalry for this build, because you can't fully utilize the cavalry charge damage, because the size of our cavalry just breaks their momentum, as well as densely packed infantry. But you can whittle out infantry at least as soon as you get rid of all the cavalry. Yeah, so if you're trying to like a playthrough where you're just gonna use one overpowered character and try and take over the whole world, definitely would recommend going after Valandia early game before they can start building these massive armies, tons of heavy cavalry. Look at how the cavalry just broke my charge there. Extremely effective. Another group of cavalry just spawned in over here.
Tear your limbs!
Also a good strat is having a shield. That way when you're rushing into archers you can just block your character and you can reduce the amount of damage taken as well. Archers still have a lot of ammo left. Let's see if I can sneak my way through here. Yeah, I can. Probably the first time I saw the AI actually have form a circle formation in game. Normally they just send their units out in a uncoordinated plan, so I think this is indirectly like the AI acknowledging just how powerful my character is. But yeah, it doesn't look like I have much of a chance of winning this encounter, but like I told you guys, this is like the worst circumstances for this character, like the most ideal counter build for this character. I'd even say like the Crusades, like Crusade archers, definitely also a massive threat for a character. So Valandia and the Crusades are probably going to be the guys you're going to have the most issues with if you're not going to have any supporting infantry or units. See, if you can just catch infantry out on their own like that, they're basically non-existent to this character. Just a massive horde enemy. Also, this was an army, so if you are patient enough, you can wait for the whole army to break apart. Like, I think I already killed more than what the AI is capable of mustering. Especially in early game, when the characters don't have a lot of levels and ability to muster massive armies. Although I think I'm repeating some subjects that I've already mentioned, so I think I kind of explained the character well enough. Let's do one last suicide run straight through into the infantry here. Can even tell my character is starting to run out of stamina. Look, it's Durford himself. I was right next to him. I could have possibly even taken him out. So yeah, I killed 245. And that's just cavalry. Let's see, maybe if I can break out, I can target some armies with a bit more infantry rather than just cavalry. I think with these big cavalry armies, a smart move would be to just wait for the armies to disband. Also, so you guys can see, I have the battle size on the max. Obviously, having it on low is going to be way more beneficial because the AI can't bundle up the characters as much. Healing is going to be a massive hassle because you have a max HP of 661. While we're waiting, like, this is the setup I have for my character. Also, I use cheats to spawn in these items, so it's gonna take a while to get this stuff in an actual campaign. Just to demonstrate quickly,
Well now, stranger. Peace to you.
You can even make these party characters as powerful as your main character. What I use to get the character as powerful is the campaign adds skill XP to hero, because if you just add like these what do you call them again? These skill points, like these ones, it adds it to all the heroes. Like if, for example, Derfert, the king from the Valandians. So you would end up in a campaign where, yes, your character is very powerful. However, every other hero across the whole continent is gonna have a boost. Obviously, as a player, you can take more advantage of it, but this build is way more powerful, and like I said, it actually pushes the game to the max in terms of your experience. But if you take this one, just take it back a bit. I think it's party troops. I was going in the wrong place here. It would seem it's not working as I thought it would. I think that would just be for the troops that you have. Oh, my character is done healing, so let's try this again. This time hopefully not run into as many cavalry units. I mean, I can go after a castle, but I think that would be a little bit too easy. I think this castle is gonna be a bit harder. This one is a moderate challenge, and it's close. So yeah, I'm gonna besiege the castle. They're gonna run out and try and face me. I don't know what troops I would have been able to send. I had the option, but clearly I don't have any. They seem to have a fair amount of cavalry, so it would be smart to go after them first. Using the woods and the terrain to avoid getting shot up by as many archers as I can. Wait for them to use up their ammunition a bit. Take time with the cavalry, get rid of them first. Maybe if I'm lucky, get a run through the archers. Reducing the archers or the cavalry would be a benefit, so it really depends on what opportunities you find yourself with. That's that densely packed infantry I was talking about earlier, where you can't really ram straight into them. They just break all your momentum. Like I did there, even if you just get rid of a horse, just reducing that mass is gonna be a lot of help in the long run fighting these guys. As soon as I get rid of all the cavalry and the archers, I can start whittling down the infantry. Hopefully I can get a chance to demonstrate a bit of that before I lose, if I lose. The archers are pretty exposed by themselves now, so I can use my superior mobility to get over here, ram through their line a bit. It's a little annoying when they're spread out like that, but bundles like these are the best, especially when the archers lose spreading. You can just keep running through them without losing momentum. Yeah, they managed to break my shield. Might as well just keep this one out now. Cavalry's caught up to me. That's a lot of damage. I think that lance hit me straight with momentum. Trying to kite the cavalry out over here, away from the archers. Keeping them split up is a lot more beneficial to you being on your own. Divide and conquer tactics, essentially. See, I moderately whittle down the cavalry. Not quite ready to face the infantry while they have supporting cavalry in ranged. Yeah, I see these archers have already ran out of ammo. These heroes have a lot of HP on their horses, so if you can, it's better to hit them in person. 400 damage over there. Let's see if I can get some of those archers again. I have been significantly whittled down to a point where I can easily tank most of their shots just going in like this. Still had the shield, it would have been a lot easier. Would have been able to take a bit less damage. But I've essentially dealt with all the archers and the cavalry. Now all I have to do is whittle down the infantry, and I can have an opportunity to demonstrate that for you guys. I really shouldn't go play baseball because I would be terrible at it. But this is easy now. All I essentially do is take them around in a circle, herd them to their, block them into their demise. Infantry is so easy to deal with, especially with the range on this axe. Just for inches of it, I want to see how much damage I can do with this character. I missed. Yeah, these guys are still aggro on me. So let's see if I can get a good shot on them with a spear. This is still like early game spear, it's not even a good one. Gonna have to get used to that fast attack speed.
Come on!
Yeah. I just killed him with the chample instead of just the spear. But yeah, you can get up to like 1,500 damage by using lances and spears with his build. There you go. Taking a whole city with just one character.